This is going to be a little bit of a different episode of the College League. Ain't going to be any games played. Just going to take a little bit of a look on the different year 3s in each team and see what they're like. Despite actually showing off all of the teams in the beginning, but maybe not all players were shown. But let's jump in and start with the first team. In the music, I'm going to show it like this, so you just see a little bit more. In the music, from the music school here, we have Hoggy Fractions, who is a currently playing gunner cover and is decently good at it. You see his stats here, not very much stamina, not very much speed, but he have really good hands, so he will catch the ball. Okay, let's move on to the next player, who is an Iliad named Spalding Top Hat. I've also been doing quite a lot. He is currently playing as I'm not sure what he's playing at. I think he's playing runner, but I don't see him as a player that is. Maybe he will go in the 3rd round. Nothing more. Maybe 2nd. Depends on which other players are. So, but let's go on to the next player and see what they're like. We have a drow named Miguel Yop. We saw him in the last game here for the music school when he was substituted in. And I think he is in the same position, just slightly worse. He's decently fast actually, but his stamina is pretty bad, and he have good hands. Other than that, not that good, but he might be useful for some teams. And then we're gonna jump into our next player. Our next player is from the Atlantis old ones. I'm only going to show players that have actually played this year, because if it just says 0 all over the board here, there's nothing interesting. But he played a little bit. He played blocker lineman, and he is not the best blocker lineman, but he's a decent blocker. Not as good lineman, but he can probably be a third blocker on some teams. So let's go to our next player, who is Rank Henry, who made a substitution into one game, and he got -4 fan points. He did not do a very good. Also playing blocker lineman, being a blocker linebacker is what he played. He'd have played some in his career, mostly jump-ins, a little bit. Nothing more, nothing less. Next player is a little bit more of an interesting player from the Emerald City Knights. Yeah, it is Felicia Wintercoat. She has played a lot in most of the games in all seasons and do it really well. A runner, linebacker, really good linebacker, hard worker, but she's a hothead, so she can do some, and she also cancer, so she's a hard worker, but locker room poison. So anyone who picks up her might be in for some drama. I was a good player. Next up, also from the Emerald City Knights, is Rachie Scarborough. We've seen him quite a lot. He is a good gunner cover player. He's been playing a lot of games all season. Played all of them this season. And nothing special about him. Just a good, solid player. Joining him on the other side in the Emerald Knights is the Avian Jello Fang, an Avian who is not locker room poison. That's always good. Player gunner cover, so gunner. Not sure why not so good. But really good cover player. So there's gonna be some. Haven't played much. Played more and more each season. First season nothing, and a little bit now. Played every single game. Next up for the Mindful Tendrils from Demo City Knights. Is a substitute. Definitely haven't played only 3 games. We'll see. 25 pancakes, played blocker lineman, Minotaur. Yeah, could be useful as a substitute. Don't think much more. Not like average. Next up for the Pandas, we have Toe Beans. He is a player who really can't decide where he wants to be. This is his third team so far. And he is greedy, so he wants a lot of money. I guess that's why he gets kicked off. So and he is a runner, linebacker, I think. No, he played runner cover. Okay. And he has decent amount of passing yards, so he's a passer. Not so much as a rushing. Other than that, and let's go to the next player. And that is also from the Pandas. It is an orc. Evolve fast. I wouldn't say he's that fast, but he got good stamina. His first season in the Pandas played for San Andreas Volcanoes before. And there he's played as he played a lot of different things here. Runner, linebacker, gunner, defensive line, blocker, defensive line, and blocker, linebacker. Yeah, I don't know why he's playing blocker, really. He's not very good at it. The coaches know what they're doing, maybe. Next up is a player that have only made 2 substitutions this season, Ursula the Confessor. And haven't made much of an impact at all. Played a lot more in the previous seasons. Something else must have happened that made her be kicked off the first team. And we also have Proteus Crackshot. We haven't seen him at all this season, but he have played a lot previous seasons and done it reasonably well. Yeah, average. We also have Pappy OneNote, who we haven't seen this season, but he have played some games last season. So have to mention him. Average player. Buff attempt 7. Yeah, he's not very good at buffing up people. Well, I'll have to mention the son of my coach. Small Jersey. Haven't played anything this season, but actually played 5 games. I played 6 games in total. 5 lost and there. So I have to mention him. Oh, welcome. Thank you. I don't think he's going to get picked. Unless I pick him. Well, we're moving on to the Wardens and see what they have. They have Clarence Bodiker, who have played... Yeah, it seems to be a little bit so-so. Haven't made much this season, actually. 104 rushing yards, 147 yards total. But he plays mostly blocker linebacker. But have apparently played some runner as well. He's also one of those players that have no clue why he's playing blocker. But, yeah, well, he has God, how many injuries he has caused, or I don't know. Or he's been injured. He's been MVP 2 times. Ah. Moving on with the Celestial Funny Glow Stick. who mostly been playing runner defensive line. And it's average, not very good. It's okay. There's a lot of defensive line players who are worse, but so average player, not very good at buffing people, but loves doing it. And I don't know if that is how many injuries they caused or how many. I think that's how many times they've been injured, because here's injuries. Yeah, that's how much injury prone. And we have a player who mostly played substitute. That's Charity Milk Flimsy. Good runner, decent cover, horrible linebacker, or a horrible defensive line. Very, very awful blocker. I think that's the lowest, one of the lower blocking scores I've seen. Usually play runner linebacker in the career, runner cover this year. Yeah. Here is another player who been mostly going to jumping in. Lamar Trigger Happy. He's clumsy. This player has multiple off-the-field injuries. Yeah, well, not this season. Or I don't know if that shows up there. But he is, as I said, clumsy. Played gunner linebacker. Yeah, you see that. Maybe not the best, but let's see what else we have. Moving on to the glam, Umbridge glam here. And Unctuous Filter. Unctuous Filter. Haven't played much, only 5 games. Well, only 7 games, so he played most of it. And but haven't been much of an impact. Played blocker, defensive line. So average player, good durability, good strength. And we haven't seen this year, but have played earlier years. The bastard Gertrude Blatt. Playing gunner or runner, both. And linebacker cover. Yeah, versatile player. Maybe not as good in any position, but okay. Decent speed. Not very much stamina. Then moving on to the Twin Peaks Storms and one of the best blocker defensive linemen in the college league. Clarence Budgie played all games and 296 pancakes. Yeah, but not many tackles. He has very good stats, but not that strong, but fast. Good handling, very high durability. So could probably be a useful player for a lot of teams, unless they want him to do something. He has an all-offense second team yearly award, MVP Game 7. So a good versatile player. High brutality. Also from the Storm, a player we haven't seen. Yeah, we have seen him. He played 1 game, probably a substitution. Joe Shampoon. But he has not played very much. Mostly in the second season. Yeah. Of his career. Blocker lineman. Yeah. Good blocker. Decent lineman. And a little bit more buff than the average. We have a very far down here. Pimp Synergy played 2 games last season. So not much, and but he did 52 pancakes in those 2 games. For a blocker, he's not very good at buffing people. Let's see what else there is. The Storm here seem to have a lot of players from year 3 that have played a little bit. We have Oolong Spectre, played 1 game in the first season, then he had been sitting on the bench, and I can understand why after that dismal performance. 4 tackles, that was basically all he did. Yeah, maybe he jumped in. Moving on to the Shermer Legends, we have Kathy Glowpad, started in Erie Warden. Didn't play anything, came to Shermer last season, played 5 games. Did it recent, current, have stepped up from the first season and maybe showing promise. And is actually now captain in the Legends. Can he get, or is it's a she? Yeah, it's Kathy. Good buffer, so a positive player. But a bit injury prone, been injured 5 games out of 12, half. Well, the Shermer Legends there, they were fast. We're jumping over to Iron Force University and Freya Marks, who has been a regular on the team this season and is doing a decent job. Is heading for her best season so far. Has 3 games to pick up 200 yards. I think that's possible. Runner DL and a lot of buffs attempts and mostly positives, and have been captain in 10 games. So he's like a good player. Also on the RM Forge is Hype Conquest, the bastard. What is he? Irresponsible. This player has had multiple scandal events. Okay, but he's a good player. Also heading for one of his better seasons. Let's see if he can pick up 300 yards in his next 3 games. He will be heading for his best season so far. Been very consistent of around 1,300 yards a game, a season. Good runner, good linebacker actually. So fast, a decent stamina for a bastard actually. So seems to be can be a good pick for someone who wants some speed. We also have on the RM Forge Evelina Propshaft. What is that? I think that she had a season-ending injury there in the first season she played. That's hard as a rookie. Well, not as hard as getting killed, but... Well, she played 5 of the games this season, all as substitutes. And she has a really good vision. So, a decent runner, cover. Yeah, that's what she's been planning with, playing gunner cover. Okay, but she can play runner as well. Continuing with the Bandits, the currently best team in the league. Is it? No, that's Roboys. Bandits is one of them. Ankh-Morpor Bandits. Teddy Splitcupper. Really good gunner. Also good cover, so I think this is a player that will go high in the draft. He's been going up. Maybe won't make one of his better seasons this season. A really good season last one. An all-pro and all offense. So this is a player to look out for. Cozy Stock. Haven't played much. I think he came in after there was a season-ending injury or a death on the Bandits. Have not been very good since he came in. Playing blocker, defensive line. But if you're looking at the stats, he should be a decent player. But we'll see if maybe when he comes into his own, he will do better. One HVAC has been playing most games. Just one he didn't play. And had his best season last season. I don't think he's gonna reach that. Maybe. Blocker, defensive line. Decent blocker, not as good as it did on the defensive side. But a good blocker, high durability, good brutality, good strength. Maybe can be a good third tier for someone. Oak Belt Sand. He's a leader. Ooh, okay. Helpful. Chemistry. Yeah, he's basically a what's the name of that player? Oh, there was one player in the league here who got killed, but was really this person that everybody loved. And he hasn't played anything this year. Last season he played all games, and well, he did reasonably play gunner, DL, block. He played basically everything but runner. So don't know why he's playing blocker there. He hasn't played blocker cover. He hasn't played anything this season. Oh, but he played a little bit. Moving on over to the Hill Valley Stampede, and we have Blade Terror Tree. Runner, linebacker, good runner, okay, linebacker, playing basically every single game there is to play, and have done pretty well so far. And have ended up on an all-offense team, an all-pro second team. A bit of a F5 in, what is it? Almost 40 games. That's not so bad. Buff is good. Yep. And they have another player here who is very well liked. And Celestial Cyborg. Okay, he has some artificial parts in him. Leader, helpful, and charitable. I've played all the games so far this season, and haven't really done so well. They did much better in his first season. I don't know if he's played every game or he jumped into every game. You can't really see how many times they played, how many plays. But we play mostly runner, cover, and decent at both. Good tackler. That's good. Moving on to the Volcanoes, and we have Red Thistles, who have only played 2 games in the last 2 months after, I think there was a death on the Volcanoes. So he started playing now. Well, fun for him. He plays blocker, cover. He should be playing gunner, cover. Maybe they are short on blockers. Yeah. Another player who's been rising in the ranks the last couple of seasons, 0, 2, 4, 6. And he will be playing more this season, is Soup Dectrix, who playing blocker, defensive line. Well, a sort of free folk. Well, average here. He has actually captained 1 game. Has actually been receiving -2. How do you do that? I have no clue. We also have Jack Murderate, who transferred from Ankh-Morpork last season, and have been playing 2 games this season here as a blocker linebacker. It's not really good on defense, but a decent blocker. Good durability, good brutality. Yeah, we like that. I should also be a captain in 1 game. Huh? Okay, maybe he substituted the captain. Continuing with the Arkham Havoc, we have Sux Galore, who started his career in the District 10, but moved to Arkham and has been doing decently well. His best season was last. He's not going to reach that this season. Just 500, 400, 500 yards. More. Almost 1,000 yards. More than 1,000 to reach his best. So, but a decent gunner cover player. I think he might go relatively good in the draft. And also from Markham, we have Peakster Overhead, who I think is going to make his best season so far. If he's going to continue playing here, he has been taking up a fixed place now. I wouldn't call him very good runner. Good tackler, so he's a good linebacker. Mostly more on defense than offense. So we also have Banging Jettison. Haven't played anything this year, but played some the other years, but haven't really done much. He's a blocker, linebacker is what he's been playing. So, but it's not up there with any of the better players, and it would surprise me if he gets picked maybe in the 3rd round. Moving on to the Plagues, we have Galacticus Tongs, who moved this season from Shermer Legends, and have a current of he's a blocker and have 55 pancakes in 7 games. Yeah, why he's playing blocker is beyond me, but maybe the coach has his reasons. I don't think that's his main gunner, linebacker, gunner, defensive line. Yeah, maybe. But blocker, yeah. Maybe he has other attributes that is fine. Yeah, maybe. And then we have Delver, Please Listen, who got a season-ending injury last season after 4 games, but has come back this season and played 5 games, but has not done it very well. Has -2 fan points this season in 5 games. Okay, that is really bad. Yeah, so that's an interesting player. He's good at buffing, yeah, but he's injury prone. Also, I mean, has done not much. No pass deflections, nothing. And we have Dope Histamine, who is unfortunately out for the season, but we'll see him in the draft anyway. And had time to play 2 games, but you can see on his stats earlier that he was a good runner. I think Please Listen that substituted him, and that was a real downgrade. I don't know why he was so bad. Oh, he played a blocker there. Yeah, not good, but he's a good runner. The end. Demons, they're always funny. Ooh, a lot of an MVP 6. Ooh. So hasn't gonna been a good player. It's another player we've seen been jumping in from time to time on other injuries. Majestic Concertina. Haven't done much. 4 plays, 90 yards total. So got some plays this season, nothing before. Decent speed, not much else. All the Outlaws have actually no first team year 3 players, but it's Troy Greco-Roman. Haven't played anything this season, but played most of the games, the 2 first ones, first for Arkham and then for Mos Eisley. Haven't gotten a chance here. Can understand why if they put him on blocker. Not very good on offense, good defense. And on the Spectres, we have one of my favorite players, Tone Penta, who is, when he gets the ball, ooh, he goes. He have a decent speed, decent stamina, and he can also, yeah, for some reason he really gets it when been doing well. He has, can you see how many touchdowns? 16 touchdowns this season, so definitely his best season so far. He played blocker most of the time here. He's a good blocker as well, but much better. So he's a very good all-around player. who I think is going to just get better as it goes. I want him. And we also have Sheriff Rotten, who is currently the captain of the Mos Eisleys, I think, or has been taken care of. Good runner, not so good on defense, but is definitely showing that he can run. Haven't done that much. Probably he might reach his first season, but definitely not last when he was really dominating. We also have Chuck Speedwagon, Troll, who have played 2 games this season, nothing else. And haven't been very prominent in either of them. Not much to say. Decent blocker. Yeah, good brutality. Good dure. Yeah. We also have Observation Rodriguez, who've been jumping into 4 of the games as a blocker, defensive lineman. Haven't done much either, on the same par as... Yeah, but maybe something. He is buffing negative a lot. On the Fright Nights, we have Aurelius Moth, who have his best season so far by a long shot, mostly because he's been playing, but he has more, twice the yardage as he had in previous seasons. We got a first team place and has been taking care of it decently well. Same with Toffee, who have both been starting and been substituting. He is a really good buffer and been doing not so much, averaging a little less than 100 yards per game, and is actually not a very good player when you look at it. Decent linebacker, not much. From the Sharks, we have Vincent Rimshot, who've been playing for the Rapture Abandon before, but this year plays for the Sharks. And he is a good player. Haven't been as prominent this season as before, but you never know, he might come up there. He has 3 games to do it. He's a really good runner, not as good on defense, but mostly play blocker. Good dodge, good vision, do good agility. So he can really swerve in and out of anything. MVP championship, MVP game. He's an okay player. And beside him on the running line for the Sharks, we have Manthy Shoot, who've been have 2 season-ending injuries, 2 straight. So this season, we'll see if he managed to he'll play his 8th game. Average blocker, linebacker, cover, who is a versatile player. Been playing gunner, runner. Yeah, he can play a lot. Good all-around player. And we have Fabio Capital, who have been jumping in for 2 games here on for the Sharks and haven't really done much. Average player. Don't know much more to say. Has been captain to has he been replacing the captain when he got him injured? He played 2 games and been captain in 2. He must have replaced the captain. Yep. And then we have Piddly Tippy Toes, who played 1 game this season, 3 last season, and is a really horrible defensive lineman. And not very good, probably playing, but the gunner cover, okay. He has 1 buff attempt, and that one went perfect. But he has, not so much. For the boulders, we have Michael Angelical, Started his career in MC Junkers, then went to the Castle Rock, and he's been very consistent. And I think he might actually beat his record this season if he gets good. He needs 100 yards per game. So I think he's going to beat his record this season. Well, that's good. So he is a player that I think might actually be picked up by somebody. It's like a solid choice. And we have Scourge Vixen. Played 7 games last season, haven't played anything this season. So I think it takes a injury for him to play something. Otherwise, good, decent cover player. Decent speed, decent stamina. On the worst team of the league, the MC1 Junkers, we have Umbrio Lafferty, who have played 7 games and have total 271 yards. Well, if you play on a team that suck, I don't think that you're going to be doing much. But he's not actually that good of a player either. So, sorry Lafferty, I doubt you will be picked very high. Also, from the Junkers, we have Hurry Up Sharpo, who have this season 5 games, minus 23 fan points. Yeah, that's good. I think this is fan points. It is, yeah. I think this is fan points. Forward and I don't know. Well, so it have been 363 yards, mostly been playing runner, linebacker, but is average, nothing more. Decent speed. On the abandoned is a player I actually haven't mentioned very much, maybe hasn't done much, but he have played all 7 games as a blocker linebacker. Maybe that's the reason you don't see him much. He's just doing his job. Decent blocker, decent linebacker. So a solid choice for anyone who wants a solid but not spectacular player. I've been MVP in 3 games. Oh. Another player on the abandoned who is a blocker who is Archibald Bradley. Started in the Silent Inspectors and then came to Rapture last season. Didn't play anything this time. This season he played 6 games and been well, I can say average. Actually played, I think he must have played some rushing yards. Maybe intercepted some passes. No, I don't know. You know what all these things mean. 9 injuries his first season. Ooh. Then we have Kelly Lanefellow, who unfortunately in the 4th game was injured for the season, but is a good player to look out for. Is it? Dodge. Is a bastard. I saw her as decent when she played. 512 yards in 3 games is decent. Rushing, passing. Yeah, just passing and rushing. Oh well. But out for the season. Rosario Arenas have played 1 game this season. There is fan points. What is that then? I don't know. It's something else. There is fan points. Okay, got 4. I've been saying that. Yeah. Oh, there's fan offensive. Fan defense. This is fan defense. Okay. So haven't done much, but has decent stats for a gunner linebacker. And now we come to the best team, and we have Grim Pricks, who is defensive lineman. Ooh, he is good. Should actually play him as a gunner. But he's a decent blocker as well. Very good defensive lineman. So he will probably go in the first round. Someone who wants a good lineman, yeah, he will be. Like the new Steve Murray. And his awards show it as well. They had, for a gunner, 984 yards in the 98 yards per. Maybe not so bad. Now we have Smoke Taco, runner. You got a season-ending injury 2 seasons ago, but runner linebacker, not so much good. Defensive line. Yeah. He's a gnome, and they play him on a defensive line. Oh, okay. But he's a good runner. Has been showing that consistently getting more yards every season. Mostly on passing, actually. Good passer. You can see that. Vision 68, passing 58. Yeah. But he's been doing his due. A player that used to play a lot but haven't done it this year is Camille Roller Skates. Been pushed out by somebody else, not sure who, but have a decent amount of yards previous seasons. He's an average player, good passer, horrible vision, knows how to throw, can't see and shit. So other than that, that might be a decent player to pick up. Also a player who played before, but not this season, is Trevor Snowboard Satire. What's a block? I haven't played him. They have played him as blocker. No, it's because they didn't play anything. Runner linebacker is what he mostly playing. And I can understand that. Decent. Good agility. Another player who played all games in the 2 first seasons of her career, but then after that haven't played anything, is Ingrid Tabletop. And she's just average. Good linebacker. Other than that, not much. So I think there are other players who are just better. Horrible blocking. She's an orc. She can't block. Huh. On the Lightning, who have no year 3s in their first lineup, the only one, I think is the only one, played is 1 game in total. Solomon Genetica, who got a chance, and I can't say he took it. And I can understand why he's not that good of a player. We do have another one from the Lightning here. Chug Pillboy, who's been playing 2 games this season. Not very good on defense, as you can see, but decent runner. He's a bear. Why isn't he good on defense? Horrible tackler. I understand it. Explains it. Yep. And the last team to show us their year 3 players are the Hazard County University, not the Flames. In Decent Gary, who is a very, very versatile player. He can basically play anywhere you put him. I think he might be one of those that goes very, very high up in the draft. Because he, as I said, he can basically play anywhere. And his stats show it as well, with a lot of awards and also buffs. Well, also have Lloyd Gazooks, who haven't done as good of a season this season as he did be in the previous ones. But that could be because he played blocker, which I really don't understand. He is much better on offense for a gunner, maybe runner. But maybe they do lack blockers on the on the Hazard team, so they have to play him there. He has some awards, but I think that's from previous seasons when he played gunner and he played runner there. Yeah. We also have a regular with Tyrone Mendonca. Hasn't been very good on offense. And better on defense, actually, despite not being very good at playing in the line. He's a decent lineman. On offense, yeah, slow. Halflings are usually very slow, but it's good stamina, good brutality. Yeah, so could be an interesting player if he develops a little bit. And Angelo Rapscallion played 4 games, mostly as a substitute, which shows played blocker. Yeah, they do have problem with blocking. Haven't done anything offensive this year. Played some runner in the first season, I think, or maybe played blocker all down. Just picked up an odd interception. No, maybe a fumble. So that was all the year 3 players who have been playing at least one game this in their whole career. But there are some spicy players in there, and there's definitely some spicy players to come in the coming seasons. So thanks for if you watch this. Thank you, and check out for the week 8 that will come out in a couple of days.